What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another rebuild challenge here on NBA 2K22 Next Gen. Today, we're doing another one of the trading every player rebuilds today using the Milwaukee Bucks, the defending NBA champions. The way these work, I have to trade everybody on the current roster before the start of year number one, and at no point in time may they be back on the team. So I got some mixed feedback from you guys, which I was kind of expecting on whether you want me to choose the trades manually or go ahead and do it with my eyes closed and have no say in it whatsoever. So we're going to choose the trades again today. I chose them yesterday. I'm going to choose them again today. I still want to hear from you guys, though, down below in the comment section on which way you do prefer. And finally, as always, if you guys are new around here, man, feel free to join the community. Hit that subscribe button. And as always, you guys got any other video ideas, feel free to leave those down below in the comment section as well. And man, I do not want to trade Giannis and the rest of the Bucks. Let's get into it. All right, so we'll just get right into it. Obviously, everybody on this roster right now does have to be traded. Giannis is here. I'm going to wait to move him for a second. I'm going to see if I can get an offer for like Middleton because I can choose. I can mix and match. I can really do whatever I want right now. So if I were to move Middleton, maybe Pat Connaughton, what are some of the trade offers I do get? Because obviously I have to move everybody, and that does not make me exactly very happy, but it's got to be done. All right, I'm seeing a couple offers. Some are decent. Some are better than others. Obviously, like this one isn't very great. I don't mind this one here from the New York Knicks. If I'm being honest, we get Julius Randle and Derrick Rose. It's not a horrible trade, but I am a little bit worried about Derrick Rose's age. You know, regression does help, or does hurt. Brandon Ingram and Kira Lewis Jr. Now, this is not a bad one because Kira Lewis Jr. does develop pretty well, and Brandon Ingram obviously turns into a star himself if he's not already one in your eyes. Or this one here with the Raptors and get Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby. I'm between the Raptors offer and the Pelicans offer right now, and I think I'm going to go with the Pelicans offer. Brandon Ingram, Kira Lewis Jr., welcome to Milwaukee. Now we can probably do what a lot of you guys want me to do and trade Giannis, and we have one trade offer. And I guess that's going to settle that. And welcome to the team, James Wiseman and Klay Thompson. So matching up Giannis and Steph was not something that I really wanted to do, but we had one offer, and I kind of had to take it. So next on the list is Drew Holiday and Bobby Portis Jr. We have currently our small forward figured out. That is obviously the addition of Brandon Ingram. We have our shooting guard figured out with Klay Thompson, and I am going to start Wiseman at center. So we need a point guard and a power forward at this point. John Collins and Clint Capella. This is actually a pretty good offer. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't love giving up my draft pick because, again, I don't know how well this team's going to mesh. But John Collins and Clint Capella together, honestly, not a bad offer. I'm strongly considering taking that. Also got Fred VanVleet and OG Anunoby here from the Raptors. All right, we're going to do this deal here. Where am I going? The Atlanta Hawks. I do not want to give up my first-round pick this year. Or if I am going to, I do not really have a lot of picks at all. Can I make it protected? Nope, it has to be unprotected. Okay. Can I do this with second-round picks instead? I'm not giving up my first this year. I think we could be bad. They want Brook Lopez. Look at me, DeLon Wright. That's fine. John Collins, Clint Capella. Welcome to Milwaukee. We'll clear out the rest of the roster right now. We got to move DiVincenzo. We got to move Grayson Allen. I do need to figure out a point guard. Tyrese Maxey, honestly, might be my answer. I did have him in yesterday's video, though, so I'll try to find somebody else. Victor Oladipo is here. I don't want Kemba. Cole Anthony, I also had him in yesterday's video, funny enough. But honestly, I might have to go with one of the two, just because we don't really have many other options. I didn't start Tyrese Maxey yesterday. He barely played. So we're going to take Tyrese Maxey. He's going to now start for us, and we're not done making trades. Next trade here is coming with the Indiana Pacers, Langston Galloway, and Giannis' brother, Thanasis, however you pronounce it. I'm terrible at names. For O'Shea Brissett and Kiefer Skies. Thanks for coming, Kiefer. We pick up O'Shea Brissett. He's going to be a little bit of depth. He can be a backup John Collins at that power forward spot. Other than that, we do have to move George Hill. We do have to move on from Jordan Nora. I actually could maybe get something pretty decent for him. But I do need a backup point guard. So any offers for one of those potentially? Ooh, Terrence Davis here. I don't want to give up that first-round pick, though. Reloading on first-round picks is definitely something we're going to need to look forward to this offseason. Because honestly, at this point, I'm just going to take the offers that don't include that 2026 first-round pick. Because, yeah, that's not really something that I want to do. Semi Ojeleye and Luke Cornett. And then I believe we're pretty close. Yeah, I believe that's pretty much it. I'll do this final deal right here, and we actually do get a point guard in Gabe Vincent. That's fine. Let me double check, make sure everybody off this team that was started with originally. So we've traded everybody that we needed to, and this is how the starting five is going to look along with the rest of the rotation. Tyrese Maxey, Klay Thompson, Brandon Ingram, John Collins, and Clint Capella. It's not a bad starting five. I would still take the current Bucks starting five over this one right here. Actually, that might be debatable, but it's still a good team. I am assuming we're going to be in the playoffs. I am happy, though, that we kind of do have a little bit of an insurance policy and did keep our first-round pick this year. You never really know what happens with these, trading every player rebuilds. Bench unit: Seth Curry, James Wiseman, DeLon Wright, John Concar, and O'Shea Brissett. Unfortunately, Gabe Vincent, I didn't realize that I traded for him. Well, I did realize it, but I forgot that I had DeLon Wright here as my backup point guard. So that is it. We were all set, and I will see you guys at the end of year number one here in Milwaukee. I also went ahead, right here. I went ahead and sent Kier Lewis Jr. down to the G League. Maybe he'll develop down there a little bit. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 1. First season comes to an end. We're still a 1 seed. We're still very, very good here in the Eastern Conference. Does that necessarily translate to a championship? 100% no, but I'd like to get one nonetheless. Number 7 in the power rankings. Interesting by 2K. Nikola Jokic goes back-to-back, wins his 2nd career MVP. Cade Cunningham, let me guess, Andre Drummond, probably Giannis. Most improved. It's been so many people. Honestly, I have no idea. Drew Eubanks. I've seen that one before. Never really understood it. Chauncey Billups, Coach of the Year. Congratulations, Portland. I don't really know how you became good all of a sudden. Shucks Dame's out for a while. But let's go ahead. Take a look at the standings. 53 and 29. Not bad. 59 games for the Trailblazers. Really? I mean, they're good, but like, I don't know. All right, let's go ahead. Take a look at some stats on the year. Brandon Ingram, Klay Thompson, John Collins, Tyrese Maxey, Clint Capella, Wiseman. Rest goes on and on and on. Don't get me wrong, I do like the kind of the build and makeup of this team right now, but that being said, I do have a lot of moves in the offseason I do want to make. We sim the play, and we got the Chicago Bulls. Not exactly my favorite team to be taken on here in round number 1. They're actually the current 1 seed in the Eastern Conference right now. Not sure how they slid to the play-in, but we're up 2-1 nonetheless. We go up 3-1, and we make it into the NBA's Eastern Conference semifinals. We got the Miami Heat. It's not getting any easier. Lowry, Oladipo, Butler, PJ Tucker, Bam, Tyler Hero, Isaiah Thomas, they signed. They have Malik Beasley now as well. Interesting. Looks like they made a few moves. Let's repeat what happened last year against the Heat here with the Milwaukee. We sweep them. Beautiful thing. Indiana making it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. Indiana needs to blow their team up. Honestly, they really do. You guys have seen this one on Thursday, but the Celtics actually play Indiana tonight on Wednesday night. This one I'm recording this on the 2nd of a home and home. And dude, let me tell you, Indiana, like, they just have like not average players, but like they're just such an average team. Just the way their roster's built. Like they need to go ahead and blow it up at this point. I think a lot of Pacers fans would probably agree with me. If any of you are in my comment section, let me know. I say that we're down 3-1 to them right now. 3-2, well, we're going to lose the Pelicans anyways. I don't really care if we don't make it to the NBA Finals, and we do. They blow a 3-1 lead. All right, Devontae Graham, Josh Hart, our old friend Chris Middleton's here. We obviously took Brandon Ingram from them. Zion Williamson, Jonas Valanciunas, Pat Connaughton, Jackson Hayes. See if we can get a championship and make the Bucks go back-to-back. We're down 2-0. That's pretty much the Zion effect, 100% right there. And the Pelicans sweep us, and Jonas Valanciunas, bro's out here playing like prime Shaq, wins Finals MVP. Congratulations. All right. We make it to the Finals in the first year. It's a pretty good sign for me, obviously. We're going to go ahead and reject all these as always. We now head up to the draft lottery. Obviously, I maybe could have traded our pick looking back on it now. But again, I don't mind having that insurance policy just in case. It's Thunder, Magic, Rockets, the projected top 3. It's Rockets. I almost said Pistons. It's Rockets, T-Wolves, then Pistons, followed by the Hornets and Magic as your top 5 in the 2022 NBA draft. Staff signing. I'm not a big Mike Budenholzer guy. I'm really not. I've expressed that multiple times on Twitter. I just don't really think he's the best head coach in the world. I give him props. He won a championship with a team that is obviously led by one of the best, if not the best player in the NBA, in Giannis Antetokounmpo. But you got to give the guy credit. He did something right. Do I want to keep him though? I'm going to give him another year. He just led us to the Finals. I don't really think it's worth firing him. I'm going to give him another shot. If we don't make it to the Finals at least next year, I'm definitely going to move on from him though. I am now going to go ahead and assess what this team has, which is not a lot of draft picks. So it's going to kind of make making some trades a little bit harder here, but it's probably something we have to do. I think this dude was on the team in the first place, so honestly, I'll just trade him for... Okay, nobody even wants him anyways. I don't even know who he is. But honestly, I'm definitely going to make a trade or two. If I'm being honest with you, I know Klay Thompson. It's fun, having him back in the NBA right now, but the fact that he's making $40 million, he's 32 years old. He's an 88 right now. I just know how his regression works. He'd be like an 82 by the end of this video. So I'm going to probably sell high on Klay, and I'm probably going to make a trade. I'll see you guys at that move. So this trade right here with the Boston Celtics makes all the sense in the world to me. We're going to trade Klay Thompson, our 28th overall pick, for Jaylen Brown. Let's do some math. He's 7 years younger. He's making $12, $11 million less, whatever you want to call it. Overall wise, he's only going to go up. Clay's only really going to go down. If we look at the number different from last year, obviously there are different types of players, but you know what I'm saying? I think it's an upgrade. I think it's a good, move to make right now as a whole. Jaylen Brown still continues to be criminally underrated. At this point, he's not even going to make the All-Star game, and he's had the best month of his career. But we're not getting into that right now. What we need to do is reload on some first-round picks, because we have one first-round pick left, and that is obviously not something we want to have moving forward. What I need to worry about right now, if I'm thinking about this strategically, we do have James Wiseman. Don't get me wrong. I think Clint Capella could be good for us. He's averaged 13 and 13. But if we're kind of breaking it down, money-wise especially, we're obviously not going to have any money for a max free agent, whether I trade Capella or not. I think if we maybe look to dump Capella for maybe some bench pieces and a potential pick, I don't think it's the worst move in the world. I'll see you guys with the trade. So I'm going to get a little bit younger and a little bit cheaper. Potentially, I'm going to offer Clint Capella over to the San Antonio Spurs for the 7th overall pick. They might not even take this, and obviously I don't really have any other picks to throw in, so they're not interested in that. I'll honestly give you my future first, and they do agree to that. So we now do have a pick in this year's draft, and it's actually pretty high. Do I want to use it? That's something I've yet to decide on. Obviously, we're not going to have any money either way, but if I offer up number 7 right now, do I get any future offers of picks? There really wasn't that for Clint Capella. I really was just players kind of coming back for me. So, if I'm looking on the board right now, honestly, this is not that bad. Malik Beasley and a future first-round pick. It's not horrible. We got to start somewhere. Obviously, the trades aren't going to be the best, but it's not a bad one if I do say so myself. Tim Hardaway Jr. also an offer. Monte Morris, but we don't get a first with him. I don't mind these deals. And honestly, we're probably not going to be making a lot of trades that do include first-round picks. That Phoenix pick, it's from Phoenix. They're good. I don't know why that is 2 stars. Larry Nance Jr. and a 2023 Portland Trailblazers first-round pick. This excites me a little bit. Who's my backup power forward right now? I don't really have a good one. All right, we're going to do this. It's not the best move in the world. Hell, it might be even a little stupid. But we're going to do it, and I think this team's just maybe making another step towards having an NBA championship roster. Because honestly, I'm not trying to hoard picks right now. I would like some, but I don't want to hoard picks. This is a championship contender right now. Really don't have any value hoarding picks for the future. So we're not drafting anybody. That gets that out of the way. We're going to head up to team player options. All of these guys are going to be coming back. James Wiseman is now our new starting center. We're kind of going out on a limb, kind of just giving him the nod, and he's going to hopefully play really well for us, develop super well, maybe even into an all-star. We head into free agency. Jeff Doubt, I don't even know who you are. We obviously don't have any money here. We have a mid-level exception of $5.5 million. We break down what this roster is looking like right now. I think I can move on from Gabe Vincent. I don't mind giving the nod to Kier Lewis Jr., maybe getting him a little bit more playing time this year. Obviously spent a lot of time in the G League. 21-year-old's going to be our backcourt of the future. Gabe Vincent's going to be moved. Seth Curry's a very, very good backup for Jaylen Brown. I don't love John Concar, but he can live as the backup right now. O'Shea Brissett can get moved for a pick, and then I do need a new backup center. I have no idea who this dude even is, but I don't think there were really any trade offers for him. But I am going to go ahead and trade the rest of these guys. Let me just double-check this dude. Yeah, nothing. All right, we're going to move O'Shea Brissett. We're going to move Gabe Vincent. I'd like a couple first-round picks here. Thank you very much, Cleveland. And now I'm going to go ahead and do one here with Gabe Vincent and potentially even John Concar. Not 100% on that one, though. First-round pick from the Charlotte Hornets. Thank you. And then do I get an offer for John Concar? He's only 26 years old, only making $2.5 million. I feel like I honestly should get a pretty decent offer. I can get Bogdan Bogdanovic, but I definitely don't want to give up a first-round pick right now. That would kind of eliminate the point of what we just did. First-round pick here from Oklahoma City. It's actually a Clippers pick. That's fine by me. So, we have a backup at every position except for small forward. I don't technically need a backup small forward. I don't mind having, Brandon Ingram not have a backup. If I see one in free agency here that's decent, I don't want Danny Brickleberry, Green, James Ennis, Utah. I can afford Brandon Clark. Oh, he got released. Well, I'm definitely going to sign him. It would be dumb of me not to sign him. Brandon Clark, welcome to the squad. I believe somebody explained it to me. It's because he got released, correct? We actually have a lot of trade exceptions. I believe that's why. I think so. We got Brandon Clark, and I know I do have Larry Nance Jr. on this team, but honestly, I'm just going to move Larry Nance Jr. They're both on one-year deals. It's really not going to hurt me either way, and maybe I can get another first-round pick right now. Honestly, I'll take this first in Davis Bertans here. We do have to add in the trade exception, and then I'm going to trade Davis Bertans for another first-round pick and just recycle and reload. Those trade exceptions, I know a lot of you are saying, why do you do it on a guy you're just going to trade anyways? It's because, one, I get an extra first-round pick, and two, I never really end up using the trade exceptions. They really never turn into anything big for me, and honestly, that one's fine by me. So, I think we got an upgrade there. Brandon Clark, hell of a backup power forward for me. We're going to have a 9-man rotation. I do need a backup center, though. My options here, Serge Ibaka, he's just a little old. All these centers are a little too old for me, if I'm being honest. Who's like the highest overall here right now? Honestly, I'll bring back DeLon Wright. He was on our squad last year, and then I'm going to go ahead and trade him for some sort of center. Does not need to be anybody amazing, but I do need somebody decent, serviceable to back up Wiseman. Preferably a veteran, just somebody not too old, maybe high 20s. Dwight Powell, honestly, not the worst idea in the world. Let's see, do we have any better options besides Dwight Powell? It's not really looking like we're going to really get much here. Kevin Burch, honestly, that's not bad, but I don't want to really give up a first-round pick. I'm not really going to do that. So we're going to go ahead and take Dwight Powell. We have to give him a trade exception as well. That's fine by me. I'll see you guys at the start of year number 2 here in Milwaukee. We've made 2 major changes here to the starting 5 to open up year number 2. I'm pretty excited about them, man. Tyrese Maxey, Jaylen Brown, Brandon Ingram, John Collins, and James Wiseman. So Wiseman obviously was on the bench last year. He's slidden into that starting center spot. Jaylen Brown got traded for Klay Thompson. Overall-wise, Jaylen actually went down one, which I thought it's a little weird. I don't really question 2K's regression and progression system anymore. Obviously, in previous 2Ks, the progression was super broken. Everybody ended up progressing a crazy amount of overalls by the end of the video, and I don't want that, but, you know, a 26-year-old coming off a year like that, he shouldn't be regressing overall, but I'll kick my desk. That's 2K. Bench unit, Seth Curry, Brandon Clark, Dwight Powell, and Kira Lewis Jr. It's not the best bench in the world. It's not the worst one I've ever had. I think it's serviceable enough for a season here. I will catch you guys at the end of year number 2. It's a three-peat in the MVP department for Nikola Jokic. He wins his 3rd straight. Congrats to him and the Denver Nuggets. Something that is not good. That would be us as a 6 seed. We were 1 seed last year. I thought we only got better, and apparently we got worse. So we'll assess that in the offseason. Of course, we do have to worry about the playoffs first. Jabari Smith Jr., your rookie of the year is in Portland. Kevin Love, 6th man of the year, is in Cleveland. Jonathan Isaac and Onyeka Okongwu. Willie Green, your coach of the year. Pelicans. Standings-wise, we finished with a record of 42-40. I'm not really sure what the problem was with this team. I thought this team was built very, very well. I guess I was wrong in that, area of expertise. That being said, the 1 seed over there in the East, in the East here, only had 48 wins, which is actually insane. But we're only 6 games out, which really isn't that crazy. That being said, I am a little bit nervous for the playoffs. Player stats, Brandon Ingram, Jaylen Brown, John Collins, Tyrese Maxey, James Wiseman, Seth Curry, Brandon Clark, Kira Lewis Jr., Powell, and then Abdel Nader getting some minutes as well. Rebounds per game went to John Collins, and assists was Tyrese Maxey. All right, we're not in the play-in this year, unfortunately. We got the Toronto Raptors here. In round number 1, Fred VanVleet, Anthony Simons, who's been playing unbelievably, OG Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, Gary Trent Jr., interesting squad. A lot of decent players, but a lot of depth there in Toronto. We are up 2-1 on them right now. We're 2-2. I'd like to get by them. Unfortunately, that's not looking like it's going to happen. We're going to Game 7 in Toronto. Can we get it done? We can. Moving on to the Philadelphia 76ers. Brickleberry, Simmons, Dante DiVincenzo, our old friend, Furkan Korkmaz, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid, Frank the Tank. Their bench is pretty good. Let's go game by game with them, and I'm hoping to get it done right here. We're a 6 seed, but I think we should be favorites in most games. We're up 3-1 right now. 3-2. Can we close them out here? Nope. Please don't blow a 3-1 lead. We're on to the Eastern Conference Finals. We are taking on the Miami Heat. Lowry, Hero, Butler, Roku, Prexy, and Bam Adebayo. Their starting 5 changed a little bit from last year. We swept them last year. I would not mind having the same result this year. We're up 3-0. We sweep them again. Extra coming. And the Minnesota Timberwolves. D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Leandro Balmaro, Jarrett Vanderbilt, Karl Anthony Towns. They have Chet Holmgren off the bench. I would have probably found a way to get him into the starting 5, but that's just me. We're down 2-0 to the Timberwolves. Seriously? I just love getting swept in the NBA Finals and getting destroyed by 21-year-olds, I guess. All right, that sucks. Second straight year we've made it all the way to the NBA Finals and just to get swept again. Draft lottery time. We are heading into the lottery. I don't think we have any picks in here, so we'll simulate it. It's Rockets, Magic, Wizards. Your top 3. I don't see the Bucks anywhere on there. I know I said if Mike Budenholzer didn't take us to a finals that we're going to move on from him. I'm going to move on either way. I'm pretty much done with that experiment. Underwood's here. Mike Stauffer's here. I don't know if he's going to accept that. He is. Cool. Welcome to the squad. NBA draft time. Do we have any picks? We have number 16 from the Trailblazers, number 12 in round number 2 from the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm not going to use either of them. I don't have any other assets I'd be willing to trade. So first round pick here from Cleveland. Fine by me. We head up to team player options right now. Maxey, all these guys can come back. And I definitely have to make a move or two. Brandon Clark, I'm going to give a qualifying offer to. I would like to bring him back ideally. And we definitely don't have any money. Seth Curry, I'm honestly probably going to re-sign them, and I'm probably going to trade both of them. I think I'm at the point in time where I've accepted that I'm going to move on from them. What I'm not going to do, I don't have bird rights on Brandon Clark, but he is restricted, and the game does occasionally let me match that. So I'm probably just going to match if he gets a deal. If not, I'll just accept his qualifying. But what I'm going to do right now, so our backup our backup power forward is set. But what I need to do right now is make a trade. I'll see you guys with a move. I'm going to try to get DeJounte Murray here from the San Antonio Spurs. It's not something that's easy to do. Tyrese Maxey didn't play bad for us at all overall-wise. I just got to make an upgrade somewhere, and I don't think it's in any other of the 4 spots. So, DeJounte Murray for Tyrese Maxey. What are you thinking about? I'll add the exception. You want to do it? Nope. This is kind of why I reloaded on a lot of first-round picks. I think it is hopefully going to help us get another star here. It's a lot that I'm giving up here. Don't get me wrong. They agree to it. DeJounte Murray is officially the newest Milwaukee Buck. And so what I need to do now, I think Seth Curry's time here is over. I think Dwight Powell's time here is over. I'm just going to trade them for other backups besides a power forward. So basically I need a new backup shooting guard and a new backup center. I'll do a first-round pick and a second-round pick here. And then we should be in a pretty good spot, honestly. I could bring in Cedi Osman. Honestly, I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring in Cedi Osman, and Jaylen Brown won't have a backup. It's kind of the same idea. And now I'm going to go ahead and move on from Dwight Powell. I will do a first-round pick and a second-round pick, and give me a new backup center, please. Somebody, please. Isaiah Todd, come on here. What are we doing? All right. Who are some other free agents that are here that I can sign? Honestly, Steven Adams or Kevon. Actually, let me bring in Kevon Looney. It's actually a really good backup. I don't even need to trade Dwight Powell. I'm still going to, but I don't need to. Can I maybe upgrade Kira Lewis Jr. now? Let's just look at some offers at least. I'm just going to look. I'm not 100% taking anything, but no. Maybe could bring in Marcus Smart. He's obviously a different type of player than Kira Lewis Jr. is. Honestly, yeah, let's bring in Marcus Smart. Let's do that. That's actually going to probably set us to a 10-man rotation, which actually worked out a little bit better for us the first season than it did last year. We'll do a 10-man rotation again. I'm going to go ahead and obviously bring back Brandon Clark. He's going to accept his qualifying or a different offer, and I'll match it. So you guys at the start of the third and final year. We've made some major changes to this team, and I think they're hopefully going to work out for the best. Starting five goes as follows: DeJounte Murray, Jaylen Brown, Brandon Ingram, John Collins, and James Wiseman. We're back to the 10-man bench. It's actually got a lot better as well. Keon Johnson, Brandon Clark, Kevon Looney, Chetty Osman, and Marcus Smart. It's a much better bench than last year. Obviously, we've made the finals the past 2 years, so I do want to win a championship, but this rebuild hasn't been a total failure, if not. But again, I'm 100% going for a championship. Let's see if we can get that done. See you guys at the end of the third and final year. Our final season here comes to an end. We are back on top of the Eastern Conference here as a 1 seed. We're number 1 in the power rankings as well. Jason Tatum, first career MVP, had quite the career year. Scoot Henderson, Rookie of the Year. James Harden, 6th man. That happens quite a bit, actually. He just regresses and regresses. Giannis Antetokounmpo, I obviously traded him to Golden State. I'm honestly surprised they haven't won a finals yet. Steph and Giannis would be probably the most unbeatable combo since Kobe and Shaq. Jalen Suggs, most improved at Mike Stafford. We won 66 games. If this team does not win a finals, there's something out for me. I mean, I swear to God, there's no way that a 66-win team, Coach of the Year, a roster built like this should not be winning a championship. There's just no way. There's just absolutely no way. Rebounds was Wiseman, and assists was DeJounte Murray. We will sim the play-in, and we end up with the Miami Heat here. We have swept them 2 years in a row, and honestly, I wouldn't mind doing it for a third time. Well, let's get it done. I'm going to sim the round. That's how confident I am. We win in 5. Moving on to Charlotte here. LaMelo, Book Knight, Baldwin Jr., Anderson, Kai Jones. Young but good team, and I'd like to hopefully make it sweep. Nope. Are up 2-1 right now. We're up 3-1. 3-2. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Thank God. On to the NBA's Eastern Conference Finals for the third straight year. Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., Anunoby, Scotty Barnes, Zubats, Pascal Siakam's moved to the bench. Talk about a deep squad right there. We're down 1-0. We're 1-1 with them right now. We go up 2-1. We're 2-2, so we got a best-of-3 series right now, up 3-2, and we are making it back to the NBA Finals for the third straight years. We got a rematch of last year here with the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I'm hoping the results change a little bit this year. They finally got Chet Holmgren in the starting 5. Who would have thought it? We're down 2-0 to the Timberwolves. I don't know what's going on with this Minnesota team, but they have my number. We're up 3-2 now. Can we close them out? Thank God. I've been on such a cold streak of not winning championships, and it finally feels good to get one. And DeJounte Murray had like a good series, but I don't know if that's finals MVP worthy, but hey, I don't really care. We got a championship nonetheless. Alrighty, thank the Lord. That would have been unfortunate if we could not get it done, but we finally did, and I had a good time making this one. If you guys enjoyed, want to leave a like down below, I would greatly appreciate it. As always, you guys got any video ideas, feel free to leave those down below as well. That pretty much wraps this one up. Let me know what team you want to see next in the Trading Every Player Rebuild series, along with any other video ideas. And, of course, if you guys are new around here, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Other than that, guys, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. See you guys all in the next one.